Today we finally lock horns with one of the biggest clubs in the world. Manchester United are at the San Siro. It is match day 3 of the Champions League group stage. It's a big game for obvious reasons. It's Man United, but it's a big game in terms of the group itself. Hi guys, Gamer James here. Thank you very much for clicking play. Welcome back to the beautiful city of Milan. Episode 10. Nice little milestone of intermission. And we can see here from the fixtures that we've played a few games since the Leverkusen match. Just half a dozen to go through. Let's get right to it. Let's have a look at the first one. We've laboured quite a lot in these games. Eric Asensao scored the only goal against Sampdoria. Good home win though, really good home win, and as you can see, it was our final clean sheet of the season so far. It was our 5th in a row, but since then we have been shipping goals like there is no tomorrow. We went out to the away dressing room in the San Siro, the Milan derby, and we won 2-1. Christian Pavon gave us an early lead before Franco Cervi equalised, but then Mauro Icardi, the club legend, stepped up and scored the winner. It was a huge win, and we thought we would follow that up then with a home win against Fiorentina, and that is emphatically not what happened. We were a goal down going into half time. We were dire. Absolutely terrible. I tore strips off them at half time. Expected them to go out and get us back in the game. And you can see here, look at this. 5 minutes into the second half, and Fiorentina had taken it from 1-0 to 4-0. They just hit long range shots and they just went in. It was one of those games. It was so frustrating. I was so angry. I really was. Bruno Fernandes did get it back to 4-1. But we didn't even deserve that. It was quite possibly even worse than the first half of the cup final against Juventus last season. It was that bad, but it was for the whole 90 minutes. It was shockingly bad. So then came a home game against Maccabi Tel Aviv, and we made hard work of this as well. We were by far the dominant team, but we just kept letting them back into the game. Eric Asensao got a brace. Christian Pulisic and Mario Lemina also scored. But you can see we were 3-0 up, and then they got a goal back. Then we went 4-1 up, and they got another goal back. We were dominant. They only had about 4 or 5 shots on goal, and they scored 2. Typical FM. They scored 2 of them. And we had like 35 shots. It was ridiculous, really. We should have won by 10, but it's all about getting the wins on the board, isn't it? Then came a very tricky tie away at Napoli in Serie A. Following on from that Fiorentina match, we absolutely had to win this game, and win it we did in nail-biting circumstances. Let me tell you, it would have made a phenomenal live com. It really would. Enrico Hermano gave Napoli an early lead, but then we scored 3 to go 3-1 up. Mario Lemina, Christian Pavon and Eric Asensao scoring for us. A minute after Asensao's goal, Sergio Aguero made it 3-2. Then 8 minutes from time, Ricardo Nani scored. And a minute later, Daley Blind got one back. And from then on, it was squeaky bum. My bum has never been so squeaky. But we held on and we registered a huge 3 points. And then came one of those really frustrating draws. At home to Roma, we were doing really well. On the face of it, a draw's a good result. Roma did the double over us last season, so we've ended that little run of bad results. Marco Asensio scored a ridiculous free kick, his first goal for the club on his league debut. That's right, we're in the middle of October and he's only just made his league debut because he got injured earlier on in the season. He's been out since. 68 minutes, Leandro Paredes equalised, but then 6 minutes from time, we forced an own goal from Martin Montoya. In the pre-match press conference, you get asked about the weak link in the opposition. I just picked Martin Montoya just for no other reason. And he went and scored an own goal, so I was really happy with that. And it looked like we were going to get the win. We were in the 93rd minute. We had 10 seconds of the match to go, and it really looked like it was the exit highlight. and up popped Federico Bonazzoli, a former Inter player, to take 2 points off us. And I, again, like the Fiorentina game, the laptop was in real physical danger. And it's really, those 2 games have really damaged us in Serie A. Here is the Serie A table then, and just look at that. Juventus are storming the season at the minute. 8 wins from 8, a goal difference of plus 18, maximum points so far for the old lady. They are back in form. Antonio Conte, of course, is their manager now, but they are back in a big way. Just look at the goal difference on the rest of us. Sassuolo, of course, you may remember they pushed us all the way for the title last season. They are up there again. Fiorentina, thanks to that 4-1 win on our patch, are right on our coattails as well. But we are 7 points behind Juventus after just 8 games. We absolutely have to start clawing that back soon. Otherwise, Juventus are going to go back to the Juventus of old. They've not won the league. This will be 4 seasons now since they won the league. They really look like they mean business this season. So with no transfer news to catch up on, nothing major going on, I thought I'd show you the squad as it stands at the minute. We've got them arranged by average rating. Marco Asensio is at the top there with an 8.4, but he's only played 2 games. He has scored that ridiculous free kick. It was from about 40 yards out. If I remember, I'll stick it in either in the results roundup or here. It was an unbelievable free kick. Eric Asensio, though, he is the man. He is the star of this team. 10 games with 1 as a sub, 6 goals, 4 assists, an average rating of 7.38 over the season so far. Valued at 31.5 million, which I'm a little surprised at. I thought he'd be worth more than that by now. I have a feeling that if and when a Real Madrid, a Paris Saint-Germain come in for him, he'll be valued then at 65, 70 million. I think it's because he's with us that he's not worth as much as he could be. I think once he's at a massive club, he'll be worth untouchable money. But he is by far my favourite player and he is now ahead of Moussa Dembele. He is my favourite player in this save. I love this kid. Here then are our opponents. Manchester United. You know you've arrived in the big time when you take on the Red Devils. Jose Mourinho is still there as the manager. I think pretty much in every YouTube series I've seen in this year's game, he seems to be the manager for years and years and years and years. It's 2023 now. He's still there. Be a bit of a club legend by now, I would imagine. Paul Pogba is still there. He is the captain now. Koke, the Atletico Madrid midfielder, is now their vice captain. Key player is Pogba. It's going to be a tough match as we know. Let's have a look at their results so far. So you can see they just lost 2-0 at Newcastle. Before that, though, they were on a scintillating run of form, weren't they? They were unbeaten in, 9 games? 10 games, in fact. They lost to Valencia in the best place to play off of the Champions League in the first leg at home, bizarrely, but then went to the Mestalla and won 3-1. Wow. But yeah, they've been in goal-scoring form. They've been in winning form. 4 wins on the bounce before the Newcastle match. We could be facing a backlash after that match, actually. Here's their squad then. They've still got David De Gea. He's 32 now. An absolute legend at the club now. He's been there. It's got to be nearly, what's got to be 8 years, 9 years, maybe even 10 by now there. They've got Dani Carvajal, Jesus Vallejo. I think he's one of the Real Madrid defenders as well, isn't he, in real life? Stefan de Vrij, he's injured. Rafa Varane. Have they just been buying everyone from Real Madrid here? They've still got Luke Shaw. Jose's actually made peace with Luke Shaw as he in the game. Koke and Pogba look like they're both out. Varane is knackered. Wow, look at the fitness of these players. They are absolutely on the floor. This is the condition of them going into this match. This isn't just after that Newcastle game. This is a condition of these players coming into this match. Wow. They have some amazing players, but they're all knackered. Here's a Premier Division table then. You can see Man United are currently 4th. They've not won it in this save. It's been Arsenal Arsenal, and and Man City that have been dominating with 1 win for Chelsea as well. Delighted to see my club Huddersfield are still in the Premier League, get in. But yeah, 4th place Man United in the league at the minute, but this is going to be a stern test even with those knackered players. Remember that Atletico game last season. Final stop then before the match, let's have a look at our group. So we are 2 wins from 2, both ourselves and Manchester United. Maccabi Tel Aviv are in 3rd on goal difference from Leverkusen. Looks bad for Leverkusen at the minute, but they have played both ourselves and Manchester United, as you can obviously work out for yourselves, I'm sure. They now have the double header against Tel Aviv, so they should be on 6 points when our match with them rolls around. But this match is basically, it looks like now it's going to be a case of playing off against United over 2 games to see who wins the group. I'm not really bothered whether we finish 1st or 2nd. I just don't want it to go down to match day 6 with it still up in the air. Okay, here we go then with our lineup. And our lineup is fully fit. We have Alex Moretti in goal. We've got Marco Tortora at left back, young kid, giving him a chance because Di Benedetto is just a little bit tired from the weekend. We've got Jason Murillo, Jorge Mere and Nemanja Kolundžić, one of my summer signings at right back again because Davide Calabria is just a little bit tired. Don't want too many players that I might have to look to substitute. We've got Gavioli in midfield with Nadal. I'll explain that in a little bit. Pavon, Assunção, Asensio and Icardi up top. We do have some injury worries. Christian Pulisic is out. João Mario is out. Suleiman Compaore is out. Not ideal. 3 players that probably would have started this game had they been fit. But I trust the players that are on the pitch to do the job and get us the win. Okay, so we are favourites with the home team. So obviously we are the favourites. Marcus Rashford is out injured for United. Pogba is playing despite still carrying a hip injury and he's at 73% fitness going into the match. We should be able to win this. I have no doubt that we should be able to win this. We've passionately said we have a chance to move into top spot with a win, so I'm expecting you to deliver. It's gone down pretty well. Listened keenly. Marco Asensio looks motivated, which is phenomenal. That's what we need from Marco Asensio. He is going to be key in this team. He's a fantastic player. He's going to be untouchable in FM18, I think. There's no way you'll get him out of Madrid in FM18. So here we go. United kick us off. I want an early goal. Obviously, I always want an early goal. Here's Nadal. Is this going to be anything, or is this just the opening highlight? We try to get Pavon in. So yeah, just look at their team. I'm just going to pause it just for a second. Leverkusen have scored already. Max Romero. Look at that. Paul Pogba, 72%. Luke Shaw, Jeff Wouters, Gelson Martins, Danny Carvajal, Fabian Mancera. They're all dead. I know it doesn't mean a lot, does it? We saw that from that Atletico Madrid game. But we should be running rings around this team. Here's Asensio with the free kick. And David De Gea with a great save. What a free kick. He is unbelievable at free kicks. He really, really is. Here he is taking the corner as well. De Gea comes and claims though. Lot of early goals going in. Mbappe has scored after a minute for Monaco. Legia has scored in the 6th and the 7th minute. Lokeren has scored. Of course, we know Leverkusen have scored. PSV have scored after 10 minutes. And we're on our first highlight pretty much. Here's Gavioli. Assunção. This could be a classic. It really could be a classic. Here's Nadal. Pogba with the tackle. We have got it set to go in and Pogba hard, hoping to put him out of the game, really. Villa Libre, really good striker in the game, Villa Libre. But Jorge Mere is in on him. Here's Carvajal. Pogba now. Pajaka. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, shoots just wide. Villa Libre coming forward. Nadal takes it off him. Leverkusen are 2-0 up against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Here's Assunção. Out to Kolundžić. Forward for Asensio. Now Nadal and Assunção. Played across to Nadal. And now Icardi and Assunção. It's a lovely move and a good shot. Leverkusen 3-0 up in their match, and it's Bahia who's got a second for himself. Here's Villa Libre, and that's a poor finish from him. Atletico Madrid have scored 3 goals in 7 minutes to lead the Olympiacos. There's a lot of goals going in as Asensio puts the free kick into the wall. Here's Gavioli. Mere gives it to Asensio. Now Pavon, and Murillo was looking to get in. That was rubbish. Tortora to take this throw. Here's Gavioli. Been a very, very dull game so far. Not a lot happening at all. Here's Nadal. Can we get a goal before the break? Murillo. Mere. Out to Asensio. What can you do? Goes across to Gavioli. Asensio. Nadal. Pogba again. He's just killing it in midfield. He can barely walk, the lad, and he is destroying every attack we put together. But here's Asensio with the shot. Stings the palms of David De Gea. Half time then, it's 0-0. It's been a bore fest. We've assertively said I'm far from pleased from what I've just seen. It fired everybody up. It stressed Christian Pavon out, so I've just passionately said I've got faith in him. Hopefully he will be the difference maker now in this second half. We need to win the home game really, because going to Old Trafford is going to be really tough. So we could really do with the 3 points in this home match. Here's a highlight then. Let's see what happens. Here's Luke Shaw. He's got to be quite old in the game by now. Here's Munir. De Gea pumps the ball downfield. Tortora heads away. Gavioli takes it down. Here's Pavon. Come on, son. What can you do? Nothing. You give the ball away. That's an awful pass. Here's Wouters. Jose Francisco. Gelson. You just know United are going to... Look at the stats. You just know that the first goal is coming for United. Here's Asensio. Prove me wrong. Nope. Forward for Villa Libre. As I said, you just know the first goal is coming for United. It's just aimless passing. We're gonna go in and give it a tactical overhaul in a minute. If we're not 1-0 down, here's Villa Libre coming forward. Gets the ball across. I hate this game. Just see it coming, don't you? We've been poor, but we have dominated, and we're losing. Asensio to put this free kick in. He does. It's headed away. Villa Libre heads away, and Munir brings. This is going to be 2-0, isn't it? Here's Munir. We're going to get caught on the counter. Luke Shaw, Wouters, Pijaka, Jose Francisco. Don't let him shoot. Meret tips it over. What are you doing, boys? Here's Asensio with a free kick, and he's cleared the bar with it. Oh, this is so frustrating. I've been waiting for ages to record this match. This is so annoying. This really is so frustrating. We've gone to wingers, we've gone wide, we've gone direct, we've gone attacking, we've assertively demanded more, and absolutely nothing is happening. Munir puts a free kick over the bar. Oh, this is just so frustrating. What an absolute shambles this is. Here's Varane, Gelson, Pijaka, Gelson again. They're going to go 2-0 up. Velibre, Pijaka, straight at Meret. They've come into it a lot in this second half, to be fair. They have really come into it. But just look at them. They're knackered. They've got players on 54%, and that is it. 5 seconds to go. This is the exit highlight. This has been the single worst live com ever. It has been boring. It has been desperately bad. That was absolutely shocking. We are aggressively saying, far from pleased, don't care, whatever. Well, all I can do is apologise, guys. That's probably the worst live com I think I've done in this series so far, but hey, they can't all be goal fests, they can't all be phenomenal matches, can they? You've got to take the rough with the smooth. I just don't understand what happened there. I am at a loss as to know. We just didn't turn up. We really did not turn up. We didn't. I don't think we created anything like a chance, really. We never got in behind them. They just came and it was smash and grab. They just did what they needed to do. It was an amazing away performance from them, in fairness. So what we are going to do now is we are going to play 6 matches off camera, and we are going to come back for what is looking likely now to be a huge match in the group stage against Bayer Leverkusen. So we're going to go away to Pescara. We've got a massive game against Juventus as well. We need to win that to claw back some points on them. Then we'll have an away trip to Udinese, who are currently 16th. Then you've got that away trip to Man United, where, judging by that performance, we're going to get battered. Then we've got Latina at home, who are currently 14th. And a trip to 19th placed Atalanta. So we have got some winnable league games there. Juve at home, I would be desperate to win, of course. And then we'll come back for that Leverkusen match and we'll play the return fixture against them. Guys, I know it's not been an exciting match, but please smash that like button. In fact, hit the dislike button for this one. Why not? It's all interaction. It all counts. And I wouldn't blame you because I disliked that match. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. Have a great few days. I'll get this next episode out against Leverkusen as soon as I can. But bear with me because my recording opportunities are just a little bit less than normal at the minute. But yeah, stick with me, guys. We are hopefully getting out of the group. But it's going to be a little bit nervy come that Leverkusen game. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.